Hello, welcome to Chapter 14 for Business Math called Inventory. We are on Lesson 14.6 called Inventory. So make sure you're looking through the chapters, read through the lesson, pay attention to the examples, how are they using the formulas. Definitely be paying attention to the terminology. At this point, there's quite a few lessons that really wouldn't make sense unless you read through and you understood what the terms mean, how the vocabulary is being used. So definitely make sure you're reading through the sections. All right. So we have our first little bit here, which is always a summary. This is a very, very short little summary. So an inventory card is used to keep a record of all incoming receipts and outgoing items to show what is in stock. And then they give us this little formula here. So inventory equals previous inventory plus any receipts minus any issues. So really, we're just going to go through and we're just going to kind of update inventory on this one. It's not terribly crazy as far as the calculations. We're literally going to be taking a previous inventory number, adding anything that we've received, and then taking away maybe anything that we shipped out or issued is what that means. Not issues as in like problems, but issues as in we sent them away, we sold them. Okay. All right, so on July 2nd, Coulter Rugs had 320 rugs measuring 10 feet by 12 feet in its warehouse. By the end of the month, it had shipped out 102 rugs and received 35. How many rugs were on hand on August 1st? So we started with 320. We shipped out 102, and then we received 35 more. So we simply just have to subtract 102 and add 35. I'm going to let you guys finish that calculation off super easy there. That's literally the answer there. That's how many we have on hand. So let's look at number 2. It's all we're doing is really, we're going to fill out the table on this one. So furniture company orders 50 more model ST403 end tables. Complete the inventory card below. So it issued 10 and it issued 6, received 10, and in stock 5. And then on the 28th, it issued none. So nothing was sold on the 28th, but 50 more were in stock. So we just need to calculate how many we have. So we have 50, and it said 50 more. So let's see. Okay. So they did this a little bit funny. So remember, we had 5 in stock, we received 10, and we issued 6. So I wrote those a little backwards as far as I did this one up here, but I put it in the order of the formula up here. So this tells us how many we had at the end of the day here. So we had 15 minus 6, which gives us 9. So at the end of the 15th, we actually had 9 in stock. It's kind of funny that they put the in stock at the end. That was a little misleading. To me, the in stock probably should have been on a different line or at the beginning, just so it wasn't quite, so it wasn't super confusing, but a little confusing there. So then the next day, we received 50 more. So we had 9, we received 50 more. So we're just going to add 50 and 9, and that will be our in stock amount. So super easy there. All right, going down, I'm going to very quickly go over the next 2, and then let you guys finish this one up. I believe it's only, this is only 1 page. So complete the inventory card for the dictionaries at the book loft. Use the completed card to determine the stock reorder point. So with this one, it's showing that we had a 0 balance, so there wasn't anything here. We received 130 more, and we didn't issue anything. So we have 130 right now on the 3rd. And then the next one, we're going down, and so we issued on the 10th 27 more. So we want to subtract that from the 130, and we'll get a new total here, a new on hand. Same thing with the 14, we'll get a new on hand. And then 19 more on the 24th. Now on the 1st, we received 125 of them, and we sold 20 more. So we want to add 120 to this total and subtract 20. And then we also have sold another 24 on the 8th here. So we're just filling this in. It's a very basic chart, not too complicated there. We're just adding or subtracting based on which column it's in, and just keeping it updated on the end of that day. Whenever something happens, we update it. So we always know how many are on hand. It also says to determine the stock reorder point. So this is a little bit vague. If you read the section, it doesn't really give you a lot of information on the stock reorder point, other than it's the point at which we need to order something so that we can keep up with customer demand. So with this one, the suggested answer on this one was 100. The stock reorder point appears to be 100. And that kind of depends on your opinion. So as you go down here, and I'm going to give you a little hint. So it's actually right here, we drop below 100. And the only problem is it doesn't tell me in this problem that it was ordered at this point. I don't see the order until down here. So it's a couple later, even though at this point I'm below 100 already. And then I'm still below 100 because I haven't received them yet. Now I'm back above 100 because I ordered 125 or I received them. But they most likely ordered them back at this point. And then they also ordered 130 here. So the reason they're choosing 100, about 25 to 30 looks to be about an average of when they sell. So they're doing 100 plus the average-ish. So it's kind of an interesting way to look at that, but it is a little bit vague on the stock reorder point. So that one could be open to negotiation on the answer, honestly. If you can justify why you believe it's a different amount, that could definitely work depending on, how you justify that to your teacher. So just bringing that one up. Same thing on this last card. You're just updating. So you received 27, so your balance is 27. You issued 15. You received 30. You issued 13. So you're literally just updating the balances here. And that's it. All right, so that's it for this section. I hope that helped. And I will see you in section 7. Sorry, not 6 again. Oops, I don't want to open Jamboard.